Previously on Unranked.
Wait, who are you,
Your
Tom?
character. I'm
Bowser
Toad.
Jr. Tom, who are you?
Toad.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck!
Is it just the one? Sorry, how
Sucks.
many?
That's
are we
it.
doing
That's it, buddy.
That's it.
That's it.
God damn it.
Hello and
very
welcome
loud.
back to the Unranked podcast. It's the 518th episode. We're glad to have you here. This is Christian Humes with Alex Tuna Marinello and Thomas Gaming Caswell.
You know,
Hello.
I was really looking forward to watching the Schmiegel clip again. I really thought that was going to be the previously on.
I'll be
So
honest,
my-
I thought about it and then it felt like, is it too predictable?
Right.
You know
We've
what I
done
mean?
it.
It's
I
been
thought-
done.
become one of my favorite moments on the pod. And if you have a favorite moment from the podcast that you would like to share with us, go to the Discord, drop it in the 10th anniversary channel. We're collecting your favorite moments for the 10th anniversary, which is in about a month's time now. So maybe it'll be the Smeagol clip. Maybe it'll be something else.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like the Smeagol clip though doesn't work for audio only. It doesn't work.
The guy on the left here is
Smeagol.
no, just pick it. It's so good. It's so good. Like the realization of you saying that and then being like, oh, you're only saying that because, and then you look at him and you're like, actually.
I mean, he does look like Andy Serkis.
He does have a little bit of the circus in him.
You know, which hey, it's not a bad thing, right? One Way Out. Come on, great episode. Maybe that guy will be the only other non-Muppet in my Muppets recreation of Andor. He can play Andy Serkis.
Oh, sure. I think he's dead, but yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would make that a lot more difficult, Tom.
I think he is.
Come on, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's move on from that bummer into the next bummer. We're talking about the evolution of last week's Pokemon. We're talking about the 518th
Oh, he's still
Pokemon.
alive. We can still do it.
What?
Who's that Pokemon, Alex?
Oh shit! I forgot. What Pokemon?
I know
answer?
this
Sorry.
is like we just started doing this. It's not like we've been.
No, I
doing
know.
this
I know.
for
517. You said I think
518.
518.
Last week was Muna.
Oh, this one. Yeah, this is Musharna.
Musharna.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of
drowsing
weird.
Pokemon. I mean,
I don't
it
like it.
is very similar to last week's Pokemon.
Mhm.
It does look like kind of a straight evolution. Like it doesn't look as much like a baby.
Mhm.
It has
What do you
that
mean?
sort of
It still
smoke.
looks like a. Okay.
Not quite as much. Whereas the last one definitely looked. The
Mhm.
last one looks almost like the Digimon baby. You know, like when you have the Digimon and they have their actual base level, not the like
Mhm.
Agumon level, the one where they're just little pink blobs that they would de-digivolve into. That's what
Right.
Mana looked like. And this
Right,
looks like
right,
the
right.
standard base level. That one
Mhm.
had very much like a pre-evolution, and this seems like what you would think of as the secondary stage. Yeah, it's got some clouds coming out of its head. It is a dreaming Pokemon, again, similar. Like many psychic Pokemon have dealt with dreams. I would say dreams are a common theme amongst the dark, ghost, and psychic type Pokemon. There's there's like 3 different versions of each, right? Like there's sort of like
Mhm.
the nightmare Pokemon, there are the like ghostly Pokemon that haunt you in your dreams, and then you have the psychic ones. Your Hypnos, your Drowsies, your Musharnas. Hit me with some fun facts.
Well, that is.
So I don't really.
Oh, really? Okay, I was just going off the dome. I was
No, so I mean, look, Musharna may be a combination of Musha, which is onomatopoeia for eating. and,
2 onomatopoeias in a row.
Mew, Dream, and Luna, Latin for moon. And they also involve Mana and Hannah. and banana.
Ooh, apples and bananas.
But you bring up Hypno and Drowsy,
Mhm.
and it says Musharna is based on a tapir. Specifically, Musharna, like Drowsy, seems to share some inspiration from the myth of the Baku tapir-like creature that eats dreams. And that is the thing, is we already have this design and this theme with Drowsy.
So it's just another version of it.
It's just kind of if Drowsy like curled up and took a nap and had dreams coming out of its head.
I always used to think Drowsy was an anteater, but of course it's a tapir.
Aren't they related?
They look they're really different, especially like in tapirs are pretty big. We have them here at the zoo. They're pretty big.
They don't have like as long of a snout.
No,
like
and they don't eat ants as far as I'm aware, or at least that's not their primary vehicle for food. Let's see this shiny. Shiny's not bad. I do like the blue. The blue and the purple is a nice change from the sort of indigo and pink. That's not bad. I actually like this is one of those cases where I would probably prefer the shiny color. And let's see what the Pokedex says. The dream mist coming from its forehead changes into many different colors depending on the dream that was eaten. Again, going back to that Drowsy, Hypno, Haunter, Dream Eater, sort of lot of overlapping themes amongst these Pokemon. Where are we putting it? I mean, it's got to be above last week.
It's above.
Because this is a psychic Pokemon, you can get pretty early in the game. I would personally put this around number 18.
Okay.
Right above Herdier, below Oshawott.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right.
Works for me.
All right, so how are you boys feeling? How you doing? How's everyone going?
What's the matter, Tom?
How's everyone going?
Yeah.
Going. Where are we
How's
going?
it going?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not like nothing really. I'm trying to think what has happened.
What has happened?
Did we do
Great
anything?
question.
Oh yeah, we finished Borderlands 4.
Oh.
Very unimpressed. Very
Man,
mid
let's
game.
just jump right into that. Yeah.
Well, I haven't done anything else in my life. I haven't done anything else. So Borderlands 4, it was all right. It took us 4 months, 5 months to beat it. I mean, not
Man,
because
what
we
a
were playing
wet of an
constantly.
ending. We were just like there, and it was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the boss fights in this game.
No.
They were pretty terrible. They were just kind of like bullet sponges.
There was one that was good. I thought it was that one that was like in the dome, and that was like kind of hard, and it had.
Yeah, that one was okay.
It was the only standout one I can remember.
It's such a disappointment because I remember my feeling coming back from when I played it at Gamescom, and I did one of the like the vaults you can find in the world, and that was just what we did, and there's a boss at the end of that, and it was so good, and I was like, oh, this is a side boss. This is gonna have some fun fights. Yeah, what a misguided what a completely, like, in just so many ways misguided direction for this franchise. It completely in an attempt to correct its humor, it has like sucked most of its personality out at the same time. I think conceptually, like what the story is of Pandora crashed into this moon and there's this thing called the Timekeeper. Like, I think the broad strokes of the story are fine. It's just completely uninteresting to playthrough.
Yeah.
And we're just going through. I mean, it's a great game for the three of us to play and zone out and just chat and just be like, shooting gun feels good. But then when it's like, when RJ shows back up and none of us remember who this guy is, and it's meant to be this big twist, and we're meant to have these we're meant to emotionally connect with RJ, and we're just like, who the fuck is that? Some good guns towards the end.
Good guns toward the end, yeah.
But
a little buggy in a
Dude,
mission that we...
recommended level for the end, we were below everyone we were fighting by like a level or two, and we still went right through the final boss.
We were just cutting through enemies like butter.
Alex barely fought RJ. He was basically dead when Alex got in that room.
RJ, that's the crazy thing is you have spoilers for the end of Borderlands 4.
Yeah, spoilers.
You fight the Timekeeper. He has 2 modes, and that felt quick. And then you fight the real final boss, who is RJ, and that was over lickety-split. Tuna was still rummaging through the crap, the useless garbage that the Timekeeper had dropped. Yeah. And then he crossed over through the portal to come and join fight RJ, and me and Chris had already melted him. And then the game is just over, and it's... yeah, the Timekeeper ends up being such a, he has control over, like, he can literally take control of anyone's body at any time and time. Like, he literally can control reality.
He should have done a call with Kronos,
does nothing,
and like gotten some advice on how to best use his power.
Seriously,
like for 2 video games to come out this fall that both had a time god as the main villain. One of them not very good at their job.
No.
Especially if you consider they could have easily manufactured a similar loop system to it to force you into playing the new game plus and for DLC and things. Like, there's just such an obvious wedge for the story. It's like built in right there, but instead, no, it's very final, the ending for that.
I don't know. I also just didn't feel like it was all
that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, the set pieces until the end were not very good. I don't know. The enemies were samey. Like none of the enemies were anything.
It's really mid.
None of the enemies were anything other than run towards you, shoot you. Like, they were all just the same enemy, with different skins. I don't know. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good.
No. It also wasn't that bad. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
It's just mostly boring. I gotta say, this is another time where if they had at their company, if they had a CJO, a chief jester operator, right, in the building, just there to make fun of the decisions that are being made, this game would be better. All of these game companies, all of these film companies, all of these every media company that exists just needs someone in the building whose job it is to just dunk on them. Everybody needs to be dunked on so that they stop putting out these embarrassing, to spend this much money and make something so mediocre and boring is like, well, what was the point? What was the point? Fail. I'd rather they went for it and failed and it was bad, but it was hey, at least they tried something different, and not man, they spent a lot of money making this the safest, most boring thing I've played in a very long time.
Yeah. Yep. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And clearly, I mean, it's we could save it for news, but the Switch version, the Switch 2 version, that they had already dated and were like, yep, we're gonna release it in October, and then they were like, oh, we're gonna delay it. Now it seems like it might not happen at all. A real misfire when it comes to what this could have been. Disappointing.
I agree. All right, guys, I think we should start out. Let's just jump back. Let's rewind.
What?
Let's rewind.
Okay.
Play a game. I prepared a game for you guys.
Okay.
So I started out earlier today making a round of Russian roulette, which if you remember, I had like 3 different new modes of Russian roulette, which made it a lot more, fair and stringent as far as like the rules worked.
Did it make it more
Yes,
fair?
it did. Because one of them was like, all of these things were found on the Wikipedia page, or like I combined it with Wikipedia so that they weren't weird abstractions I made. They were specific connections that were at least notable enough to be linked to. Anyway,
Okay.
while I
Sure.
was doing that, I was looking at a game and they had like a list of all the levels in the game. And I was like, let's just do that. I was going to call this Stage Manager because I was like, all right, these are all different stages, right? I don't really have the best name. I don't have a good name for this game yet. So we're going to tentatively call this Stage Manager still. But it's not just stages, right? Some games have missions, some games have chapters, some games have. But these are the titles of levels or stages, etc., within the game that you're going to be that you need to identify. Similar to Russian roulette, you will get more points based on how early you guess your answer if you get it correct. So, and you're only going to take one guess. I have 5 games here, so it's pretty easy. You tell me when you lock it in, you write it, and then.
So remind me how we play this game. You're going to give us a level.
So the way this is going to work is I've got a game, and I'm going to read you the name of a stage or a level or a chapter, right, from the game. And that one, I actually have more than like 10 clues for each. So we'll just start at 10 points for the first clue, and we'll go down from there. So second clue will be worth 9 points. Third clue is worth 8 points if you get it correct. If you both lock in your answers and you're both wrong and the game has like clues that are unread, at that point we will then pick it up from that point value. So if you both guess at like 10, then we'll go on at 9. But this way you're also not taking forever writing down your answers. All right.
Okay.
All right. So your first game, the first stage, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it up to 3 times, and then I'm going to move forward, is DoorDash.
Okay.
So the first stage is DoorDash. Does anyone want to
First
guess?
stage is DoorDash?
Yeah, the first one I'm telling you.
The
Yes,
stage is called DoorDash?
the name of the stage or chapter or mission or level is, I'm not going to give you anything more specific than that, is DoorDash. You need to identify the game. It's worth 10 points. We're going to move on to the next one. You don't know the answer. We're not going to spend more than 15 seconds. If you don't know the answer yet, we're going to move on to the next one.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to take a guess.
Oh, you're going to write down a guess?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, maybe letting multiple guesses work isn't going to work because you guys are just going to then be incentivized to guess each time, and then it's going to take forever. But let's just see what happens. Alex, do you have a guess?
I do not.
Okay, so Tom, you're locked in till Alex guesses.
Okay, but
Do you see what I'm saying?
if I made the guess now and I'm right,
Yeah,
I
you
get
get
the
10 points. Yeah, sure.
Well, so the idea was you can write in yours whenever you feel confident, but then you're locked in with your answer. I'm going to keep going. So whichever point Alex is like,
okay.
oh, I definitely know what this is, then you're going to write your answer.
Oh, so I'm only locking in an answer once
when you feel like you know what it is.
For sure. Okay,
Yeah.
well then no, keep going.
Okay.
Then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, look, if you both guess and you both get it wrong, then like, sure, we could keep going, I guess. But let's not do that. You just get one because otherwise it's going to take forever. Your second one, egg scramble.
Yes, I know this.
Okay, so you have yours locked in.
Correct.
I'll lock mine in too.
Okay, you're both locking in. All right, so when you have them both written down, can you hold up your boards and I'll call on you to flip them around.
You ready, Tuna?
Yeah. Hold on. Let's turn the blur off. Yeah, go ahead. Oh shit, the whole thing just. What's going on here? Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Oh, just gonna wait for you to stop writing. Okay, great. All right, Tom, show us your board.
Fall Guys.
Oh, that's you're right. I said Overcooked, but you're right.
Oh, Tom, you have it correct with a whopping
Yeah.
9 points for
Egg
Tom.
Yeah,
Scramble
that was good.
was the one that frustrated me the most.
Yeah.
Because it would just be like, especially if you got piled on, it was so fucking annoying. And honestly, hearing Egg Scramble and not immediately like DoorDash was the.
Yeah.
I feel like that
Did you
was
already have Fall
the
Guys
mode.
before that?
No.
Oh.
I thought it was the Ratchet and Clank game.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, we were going through the different doors.
All
All right, so Alex, you're gonna have to try and make some early guesses to make up some points for that because that is quite an opener. But we're gonna go on. We have another game. So the first stage that I'm gonna give you is Pole Block Passage.
Pole, Pole.
Yeah, Pole Pole Block Passage.
Pole Block Passage.
I don't have it.
I have no fucking idea.
Next.
All right, you want the next one for 9 points?
Yeah.
Sure.
Adamaway Valley.
Adamaway Valley.
Adamaway Valley. Adamaway. It's one word. Ouatmaway. Adamaway.
Okay. I don't have it.
All right, I'm gonna move on for 8 points. The next clue. Pokepede Pass.
Say it again.
Pokepede Pass. Pokipede. Pokepede Pass.
What if I just get the franchise?
If you get the franchise but don't get the correct game, you're gonna get half the points.
Okay.
Should I move on to the 7 point?
Sure.
Bull Rush coming through.
I have no idea what any of this is. I'm just gonna take a guess.
Oh, you
All right,
know
so
what?
you're writing a guess in, Alex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
Alex is locking his in at 6 points. Tom, you want one more for 5 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom, you might as well just take them all.
Here come the Hoppos. Here come the Hoppos.
Fuck it. I'll just go for now. I don't think this is gonna unlock anything if I hear anymore. All right, I'm locked in.
Okay. All right, Alex, you wrote your sound, Tom?
Yep.
Okay, Alex, you locked in first. Show us what you got.
Borderlands.
Okay, and Tom?
Super Mario Wonder.
It is Super Mario Wonder.
Oh, nice.
I should have locked in earlier.
I honestly expected Alex to get that one.
No, I have no idea what the stages are called.
So I feel like you were the person who liked that game the most in this group.
I did, but I can't tell you the
I mean, I
name
love
of...
that game, but I didn't do every last bit like you did. I should go back and do all those Lost Worlds. Maybe when the Switch do update. I also might just have to stop doing the podcast in a moment.
Chris is in full dad mode for listeners right now. Mama's out of town. Just one man and a baby over there. Were you ever often left alone with your daughter when she was that age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on paternity leave for 6
right,
weeks.
but
was Brittany out of town?
Was
Oh,
Brit?
no.
Yeah,
but it's
Teresa's
the whole
gone for
day.
like 4 days right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever have to take care of for 4 days straight by
No.
yourself?
No.
It's not terrible, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. But it's also not so bad, which is good because sometimes, like, especially early on, I kind of felt bad when like dodgeball started. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm leaving for fun. But it's actually, it's like, even just taking care of her alone for 4 days, it's not that bad. Okay. Let's get back to it. All right, I have 3 more. Let's go through. All right, your first one for this game, Botanic Panic for 10 points. Botanic
I'm locked in.
Panic. Whoa.
I'm locked in.
All right, Alex,
Really?
you want me to just keep going, Alex?
Sure.
All right. Ruse of an Ooze.
I'm never gonna get any of these. So,
Clip Joint Calamity.
no idea what you're even talking about.
Threatened Zeppelin.
Nope.
Floral Fury.
Nope.
Sugarland Shimmy.
Nope.
Pyramid Peril.
Pyramid Peril.
Pyramid Peril.
Pyramid Peril? Oh. That changes things.
No.
Carnival Kerfuffle.
Nope.
All right. Are you going to write in an answer? You're just going to take a stab?
I'm going to take a guess. Plants versus Zombies.
Okay. Tom, what do you have?
Cuphead.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Man, Tom, you are absolutely cleaning up here. 2 left. The first one. Sky Garden.
Nope.
Creamy Canyon.
Nope.
You know this,
A creamy canyon. No, I just like the name Creamy Canyon.
Creamy Canyon.
No, I don't.
Construction Derby.
No.
That's the third one.
No.
Or that was the fourth one, actually. Construction Derby. So
Oh,
you
you
have
know
Sky
what?
Garden,
I'll lock
Creamy
in.
Canyon, Tech
I'll
Trail,
lock
and
in.
Construction Derby. Okay, Tuna.
Wait,
okay, Tuna.
what'd you just say? Tech what?
Tech Trail, AZ Tech Trail. So Sky Garden, Creamy Canyon, AZ Tech Trail, Construction Derby. Okay.
No.
Apes on the Loose, Tom, for 6 points. And Tom's thinking about making a guess at 6. Do you want to go for 5?
Yep.
Go-Go Archipelago. Four
Yeah,
points.
lock me in,
Downsize.
lock me in.
Oh, you're locking in? Okay, so
Yeah.
Tom's locked in at 5. All right, Alex. Alex, you locked in early. What do you
I
got
went
for
with-
us?
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, I said Bonanza too.
Oh, that would have been a great one. It's not what we have here. We have Astrobot.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's why you got it with Apes on the Loose, Donkey Kong. Of course,
You know what's
Donkey Kong would be
fucking-
Apes on the Loose.
You know what is so funny is when you said Apes on the Loose, the thing that like kicked in was Ape Escape. And I was like, I was like, it's not I don't know an Ape Escape game. Why does that trigger memory? And I was like, oh, it's the Ape Escape Astrobot level.
I thought you got it because when I said it, I didn't even consider Donkey Kong Bonanza, so I could see how that
So
would have
funny.
happened just as well. All right, one last one. These are also, titles for either missions or levels or stages, chapters, etc. First one, Courtesy Cow.
Nope.
Cold Boot.
No. I'm gonna put my Magnadoodle away because I'm just gonna take a guess on the.
All right. The Return chapter.
No.
The Surprise chapter.
Nope.
The Escape chapter.
No.
The Fall chapter.
No.
The Reunion.
No.
The Itch.
No.
And the part where he kills you. I'll be honest, this game, I added this one last because I was like, I should have 5 of these. I didn't read them. These aren't good. I wouldn't have picked this game. Like, I didn't read these well enough. These are
Part
I
where
don't
he
think
kills
these are
you.
good
I
enough
don't know.
clues.
The Split Fiction.
No, Tom. I think these are bad titles. I shouldn't have picked this game. Just throw a game out there. You
It
won.
takes two. It takes two.
Tom wins 24-0. It was Portal 2. Those were bad chapters. I should I just
Portal
threw them on there. I just threw them on
Portal
there.
2. Portal 2.
What I might do next time, because the rest of these were kind of like stages and levels, and that was the only one that didn't really fit that. motif. The rest of these are all like, stages and levels that you select. I'll probably keep them grouped enough so that the game types are similar enough, so that the title types, because I think throwing in chapters last also is bad. But yeah, that's how the game works. Maybe we won't do it the same way the next time. Maybe we will do a buzz-in for points, sort of a thing. I don't know. I think the way it scores, maybe you got to adjust. But there you go. I also feel like listeners can actually play along to that game. So, speaking of playing along to games, Alex and us played a game called Mosa Lina.
Oh yeah, played it for about 20 minutes before you got on to play Borderlands, Tom.
How would you describe this game?
Okay.
Alex says, I don't know. How would you describe this game?
Yeah, I don't know. You're given different. It's almost like worms, but you're not a worm. But you have like the different abilities that the worms have, and you get a set number of them to figure out a puzzle with your buddy. But sometimes the things that you get are really not good for doing the thing that they asked you to do.
All right, Tom. So, Tom, it's a 2D game. It looks, I don't know what happened to Alex's brain in the last 5 minutes. It's a 2D game, right?
Yeah.
Looks like, what the hell was that puzzle game we played, Alex?
Baba's You.
Yeah, it looks like Baba's You. Like straight up looks a lot like Baba's You art-wise. Like it's that like flat, like everything are solid colors. Kind of looks almost like crayon-esque. Also has like a little bit of a wiggle to it. It's like nothing is like perfectly static or solid. And we play as two very lo-fi quality, just dudes, just very simple shape characters. And you have to get fruit on the stage. There's always like 2 fruit you have to hit. You have to touch them to unlock the gate to leave the level and complete the level, right? Sometimes it's a fruit that only one of you has to touch for it to count. Sometimes you both have to manage to touch the fruit. Sometimes there are obstacles that can kill you. Sometimes you do just have to platform to get to them. But the thing that makes the game weird is there's what would you guess the number is? Maybe 30 items, 30 or 40 items that you will have access to, but it will randomly decide which 2. So like the stage begins and you're just given like 2 items from the pool of items to use. And it's not always necessarily completable because of that. Like it will just have you do it over and over again. Sometimes you can pass, sometimes you can't. But there's a lot of like dumb physics with it. There's a little bit of like friend slop, but not in the visual friend slop way that you would think of, like peak having like that. I think there's like a look to it that you would consider, but it definitely is that like kind of cheap physics-based gameplay that is like we were just laughing the whole time we were playing it.
Yeah, it was fun. Still fun.
I think it was $8.
Yeah,
it's $8.
So 5.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
it was
5.
Well, there was that thing the Peak developers put out that I told Alex, and I read it. I was telling Alex about it. So I was like, look, it's only $5.
So funny.
What's going on with you while I deal with this baby?
Well, it's funny you brought up Mario Wonder because a couple of weeks ago now, it was before last week's podcast, but I couldn't talk about it until this week, I went to Nintendo, did a little thing here in New York with some games, and me and one of the writers at GameSpot went to go see it. And I had a bunch of different things that we could go hands-on with. The first thing that I'll talk about was Resident Evil Requiem on Switch 2. So it was the first time they were showing that game off for Switch 2, as well as Pragmata. Both of those games, I think, have the demos out now, or at least Pragmata's demo is now on Switch 2, so you can go check it out for yourself. But it was the first time anyone had seen them. and they both run really well, and they both look pretty damn good, actually, for games running on Switch 2. Definitely, using some trickery to get a smooth, clean image, and if you're really looking hard and, not absorbed into the game, you'll know it doesn't look, obviously, like it would on PlayStation 5. It reminded me of if the games had PS4 versions, what those versions might look like, which we've long had the thing where people say like a Switch 2 is like a PS4 Pro equivalent power. So they looked like really viable, really great ways to play those games. Frame rates were looking real good. So totally, if you were considering picking either of those up on Switch 2 and were curious about performance and visuals, I would say like I was surprised. I was genuinely surprised, and it makes me very hopeful that some other really cool games could come to the platform. We did just have a direct where like Bethesda announced a bunch. They're like, great, we can run all these games on Switch 2. Let's get them on there, baby. So we'll talk about that in the news. So we saw that. We saw some Mario Tennis Fever. And kind of our main takeaway from that one was there's a lot in the game. So I think where people felt maybe Aces was very threadbare in what it offered, this very much feels like it is being built to, hey, here are an absolute ton of characters, all with different stats. Here are all of these rackets that can do various special moves. Like, really just throwing a lot in there so you can come up with, really creative and fun matches. Had fun playing it. It'll be interesting to see if that game has, like, staying power, if it's something that, we're like, oh, let's play some Fever, just when we're in the mood, or if it will be more of an Aces, but it feels like there's more on there for people to chew on than
I feel
maybe
like
Aces had.
I feel like they need to go in another direction. I don't think a Nintendo sports title is sustainable any longer as a single product purchase. Unless they drop these games to like $40. Like these are things I would have always bought in the past. And because they're so much better local and like online isn't great on Nintendo, it's
Hey, game chat.
I know, but like if it works,
but who
knows
is?
if it's
I
even
mean,
gonna
like
be
I feel
included?
like who is buying this?
I mean, it was great. Like I would have played these games when I was younger, when I was a kid, right?
Well,
You
it's
play them
just
with
one
your
of these
friends, your
things
siblings,
where
but
these games sell well enough, and they probably don't take a lot to make, and like that's
this
kind of
is
Nintendo's
they need
whole
to just
deal.
make Mario sports.
Sure. I mean, look,
And then just
I think it's a great idea.
them DLC, right? So it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, now we added baseball this year. And it can be a more expensive DLC. It could be like $20 a piece, but like
Right.
then they don't have to also do as much work. They don't have to build like a full Mario baseball or tennis. Like you can just have like the game. So I feel like that would be a much more appealing package. I feel like I'm gonna end up skipping all of these, like unless golf is the only one that maybe I would do. I feel like a new Mario Golf, and I know they did one on the Switch. But if they do a Switch 2 version, I might be incentivized now that the online like seemingly works. I'd like to see your faces next to your characters while we're golfing.
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you there.
Did you get to use the Virtual
I
Boy?
don't think I would. Yes, we did. Use the Virtual Boy. It is the Virtual Boy experience. I have briefly used an OG Virtual Boy at a retro game store. Thankfully, you're obviously using the Switch Pro 2 controller. My least favorite thing about trying to play a game on the Virtual Boy was the fucking controller they made for that thing.
It does have a really bad controller.
Like, piece of shit fucking controller.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it looks these games, it really is seemingly built for the collector, the person that wants an ability to check these games out. They are not great games.
I bought it. I just always thought the thing was so cool.
Sure. I mean, it is super neat, and it is something that you will probably get an enjoyable like hour just kind of jumping around the different games, checking them out. And yeah. And the last thing that we checked out
Wait, Tom,
was, yeah.
could you 3D print yourself like the
I mean, in
Virtual Boy
theory.
thing, and then you don't have to buy one?
I mean, in theory, they also have the cardboard one. They also said that
Yeah, but
the
you have a 3D
Labo.
printer.
Right, but I would need lenses and stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you? Because the Labo one, I don't think has lenses, doesn't it? Like, isn't it just? I don't think the Virtual Boy one's even going to have lenses, is it? Isn't it just splitting the screen? Isn't it just you're buying a replica of the Virtual Boy to put the Switch in, and that's what you're paying for?
That. Well,
Does the Labo have lenses?
I can't remember now.
Because I think the whole way it works is you're just splitting the left, like
The
if
image.
you were to, yeah, like if you were to just take it out, it would just look like two side by side screens, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just a screen really close to your face. It's like all it is.
No, there are stereoscopic lenses in the Virtual
Oh, are there?
Boy.
Okay, I wasn't aware. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Interesting. Then what do they do for the Labo? Like, how does that work? That doesn't have, right? Because it's just cardboard.
No,
I don't know.
Nintendo Labo VR lenses are special plastic convex lenses.
I had no idea. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's neat.
Yeah, they had lenses in there. Anyway, so the last thing we talked about was what we saw was the most surprising thing, which was the Mario Wonder update.
Bell Park
Meets up at Bell Park. So it's not only a Switch 2 update, giving it, like 4K output, and I'm assuming it's just like a 4K 60, essentially upscale. But it is also adding Bell Park, which is essentially if you put Mario Party style games in a, side-scrolling Mario format. So there were a bunch of different games. There's ones where you're trying to collect as many coins as possible, going through a level, and every few moments, a giant King Boo will wake up, and you have to stop moving. And if he catches you, he steals some of your coins. There was one where we had to race to get a bomb to the end. There was another one that was using mouse support, where basically someone was on the mouse and had to create paths for you to walk along in order to get certain things and do certain things. So there was a nice little host of these kind of fun mini games, and we were having a really good time. Friend of the show and sometimes host Giovanni was playing with us, and I would say we had the most reactive expression to playing that out of everything. This is a more expensive update. This is a $20 upgrade for people who have Mario Wonder already, so it is a pretty sizable compared to the $10 or sometimes even $5 that these Switch 2 edition upgrades cost. But it was more than I was expecting. And I was like, oh, we would, we're always looking for ways to play a Mario Party game without having to boot up Jamboree, and this could be a fun one for us to give a go. So a nice little stock of games there that we saw, it's interesting because Switch 2 is currently outpacing Switch sales in the same amount of time, seemingly doing very well, even though it did have a relatively soft Christmas here in the US in particular. Something also tells me that the prices on these things might go up soon. So if you still don't have a Switch 2, clearly this device is capable of playing some even new third-party games as well. So, go out there and tell Nintendo I told you to buy a Switch 2 when you do, because then they'll invite us to do more things, and that's how it works. So there you go. That was my little looky loo and Nintendo. Any more gaming? I started watching Wonder Man, the Marvel show starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Ben Kingsley, and it's really funny because I read an interview with Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi and he was going to direct he's doing a Spider-Man 4. That's right. He's doing Brand New Day. Was reading an interview where he basically said, I wanted to do a Trevor Slattery project, right? That's the Ben Kingsley character. He was the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, with the twist being that he was just an actor that they hired to play this terrorist character. And then he shows up and kind of steals the show in Shang-Chi. And Destin Daniel Cretton just really liked working with Ben Kingsley and really liked the character, and was kind of noodling on a show idea with him as the star. And then that developed into Wonder Man, which is based on a character who's an actor. So they kind of cross paths, and it's very interesting how that is all set up. We're about halfway through. They dropped all of the episodes at one time, and it's so far enjoying it. People are talking like it's the best show Marvel has ever made. Like literally that's what some quotes have made, and maybe it's just been a minute since we've had like a really good Marvel project, but I'm certainly not feeling like, this is better than Loki or this is better than WandaVision. It's good. It's enjoyable. It's certainly better than some of the stuff that Marvel has put together, but I haven't had my socks blown off yet. So we'll see how the second half of the season goes. It's obviously very meta, referencing superhero movies, because the whole conceit is that he is auditioning for the role of Wonder Man in a movie, which in the universe is like this 70s superhero film, and they're bringing it back. So there's this whole superhero films kind of washed, like all of this stuff. A lot of meta references to the state of the MCU in there. But it's enjoyable. Tuna?
Yeah, that's great. It sounds great. I mean, as we've said many times, I'm out on Marvel. It's just too much. We started watching a show called School Spirits. Actually, we've seen it before, but we started season 3. And I think that this show, if you don't know about it, it's the first season is about how this girl at a high school finds out that she's in the afterlife, but the afterlife is in the purgatory afterlife at a school. And she finds out that a lot of people have been dying at the school. And so all the ghosts are there at the school. She befriends them, and she's trying to get back to the real world. Anyway, first season was good. Second season was good. Third season is, I think it's suffering from, we have maybe run out of Paramount. Okay. We have maybe run out of ideas, and we need to keep the show going because we want to work. So we're going to keep making the show, but we've jumped the shark a little bit. But, I'm still enjoying it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there it is. You want to start news since you're the newsman?
Sure, we can talk about news. News. For audio listeners, Chris has had to dip out, so he is taking care of the baby. If you're wondering if Chris had passed away, he hasn't. Unless he has, and it's just happened off camera, we didn't see. Unsnacked. Okay, so that's right. Chris did mention that he wants to do an unsnacked, and I have an unsnacked you have one too, as well. So had to ship a package, had to use FedEx in order to do it. Okay. And the closest one is actually in Staten Island, which is actually not very far from here. So I drove across the bridge, went to FedEx, and I was like, it's breakfast time. What should I have? What should I do? There was a Dunkin' in the parking lot. And I'm glad that this happened, because I went to go to the Dunkin', but I went the wrong way. Somehow parking lots, it's just one way. It was just off to the side of this big complex of stores. Mm-hmm. And I turned, but it was a one-way thing. And so there were cars coming the other way, and there were no parking spots for me to pull into. And I just was like, fuck it. I'm just getting out of here. Abort, backed up, drove out of the parking lot. And I'm so glad I did, because I stopped off at 7-Eleven and I bought myself a Japanese-style egg salad sandwich. Now, Tuna, if you're not familiar with this, in Japan...
From 7-Eleven.
In Japan, 7-Elevens are very popular. They are not the same kind of quality 7-Eleven.
I'm very excited to hear about this. I keep meaning to go find one of these to go eat.
So they coming off the side there, he looked like Gary Oldman getting pulled back into the party. He was like just clinging to the side of the frame. So yeah, in Japan, 7-Eleven's a step above the American ones, and the big thing that people love to eat there, it's something that people always tell you to get when you go, is this Japanese, it's just an egg salad sandwich, right? But obviously here they've marketed it as the Japanese style egg salad sandwich, because 7-Eleven apparently wants to do a big rebrand where it becomes more of a higher quality chain store rather than what it is.
You mean the hot dogs that have been spinning there since 1995?
Yeah, like in the Quickie Mart in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And the first step
I think there's actually a little bit more to it than that. I'll look it up though while you're talking about it.
The first step is to like offer the sandwich. And so so the concept is it's made with this thing called QP mayonnaise.
I know what it is.
And it's also on milk bread. It's very soft, fluffy bread.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know if this one is as good as the one you get in the Japanese 7-Elevens, but oh man, I took a bite of this sandwich and like I haven't stopped thinking about it.
That's
like
insane.
I almost this morning was like, oh fuck, do I just make the trek? I'm sure there's also a closer 7-Eleven to me because it's a 15-minute drive. But it makes me upset because we used to have a 7-Eleven literally right on the corner where our old apartment was. And we would go them, like if we were going to get, I drink sugar-free Red Bull because Brooke has got me on that. And so some days we would stop in there, get a sugar-free. And man, am I kind of wishing it was still right there so I could go get myself an egg salad Sammy. No, really good. Definitely recommend checking it out. Very excited to eventually eat the real deal. And honestly, maybe even look into a little recipe situation.
I couldn't find the exact details, but 7-Eleven US is actually owned. I don't know if it's now and it wasn't previously, but it's owned by the Japanese 7-Eleven.
Gotcha.
At least it currently is now. I believe that that's something that happened. And so it's not that like they want to make 7-Eleven more like, the Japanese want to make it nice. It's like, no, Japan's like, we want to bring to the US what we have.
Right.
So they're completely changing it because they actually are the ones that do it. And it's not just like the egg salads, but I've heard they're very good. Now, when I was in Hawaii, you can get at their markets the same kind of egg salad sandwiches. Yeah, and they also have a lot of these like Spam sandwiches and other ones that I didn't try because I don't meat.
Interesting.
But that are like, they're very cheap and very fresh when I was in Hawaii. It's I guess like it's a very similar way to that Japan has access to the same stuff. It was great. Like when I stayed, for breakfast, we never ended up doing like the hotel breakfast stuff. We would end up hitting up because we want to get out early. Like there was like a market across from our hotel that like everyone would go to. And it had like the Japanese style eggs. And it was so fucking good, dude. It was amazing.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Really good.
And I was never an egg salad sandwich guy. And I've heard so much about these Japanese egg salad sandwiches that I was like excited to try. Therese was like, why do you want this sandwich so bad? I was like, I've heard it's life changing. And it was so good. I had it every day.
It was really good. It was really good. It was really good. And
it's the milk bread too. It's not just the egg salad
softness,
part.
The texture of the whole thing is just perfect.
It's like biting a marshmallow.
It is biting, a little bit, and then the flavor, but you've still got a little bit of the firmness of the egg in there.
And it's savory.
Oh, it's so good. It's
It's
so
really good. It's really good. This is way better than my Unsnacked.
This is at every 7-Eleven now, or no?
I mean, I'm assuming so.
They're
'cause
rolling
I
it
just
out.
stopped-
I don't know.
just-
Yeah.
I stopped off in a random 7-Eleven and they had it. So
I also don't know if there's going to be differences between like franchisee 7-Elevens and like the ones that are owned by corporate. Like, I have no idea. I don't know. But
So you
I
just
didn't-
walk in, it's just waiting there for you. You just grab it off
it's
the
just
shelf.
where the sandwiches
That's what
are.
it sounds like.
Yeah. All right.
It's
Cool.
just where the sandwiches are.
Nice.
So there we go. That was mine.
You can. I'm not going to get to mine. She's crying right now. You can get back to
Okay.
news. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
News.
I love the fact that he was like, I have to wear the sandwich. I'm going to dip into here. Okay. Everything. So Nintendo had. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you.
News.
All right,
No.
so Nintendo had a direct partner showcase. So this is basically showing off a bunch of third-party games. Here's everything that we saw. The first thing was Orbitals, which is that trailer that Chris shared in the kind of the It Takes Two, the haze like. Split screen have to be played co-op games, but it looks like an 80s anime.
Is that a Tom original Haze like?
So
That's very good.
In the moment, I was like, "Oh, It Takes Two." Like that's not. It doesn't roll off the tongue. I was like, "What could it be? Like Split Fiction like?" And then I was like, "What's the studio's name? Haze like." Oh, Haze like. But it is a thing that people have used, so it's not. People have made the same jump. Anyway, it looks like an 80s co-op anime, 80s anime inspired co-op action game. It's on this space station. It seems like. It reminded me visually of the One More Time music video. That kind of style and color palette.
Yeah.
Looks great. Cannot wait to play this. Just love the fact that we're getting more co-op games. Just constantly trying to find something for me and Brooke to play that is fun, engaging.
Mosa Lina.
Yeah, try that.
There we go. So that's coming out. It's scheduled for Q3 2026. The next thing was apparently there's this franchise called Paranormasight, and there is a new release coming out, The Mermaid's Curse. A girl with no memories, strangers searching for mysteries, and a housewife investigating murders are all story threads that converge in this narrative-heavy game that's coming to Switch and Switch 2 later this year. So it's going to be, like a choose-your-own-adventure seemingly kind of game. A game called Tokyo Scramble was announced. This is like this woman falls underground and there's just dinosaurs in the underground and she's having to like escape them.
So they stole that from a TV show.
Yeah? What TV show?
Sort of.
Okay.
I think it was called Land of the Lost.
Oh, I've never heard of it. So, Tokyo is a hot tourist destination, but beneath the surface, there lies a world of shadow, a danger, and dinosaurs in the self-focused game. So it showed this character kind of running around. You're trying to hide from the dinosaurs. You have the ability to control things in the environment to impede them or hurt them. Interestingly enough, it has multiplayer, but it's really bizarre because instead of playing as multiple characters, you're playing as one character, and someone is moving the character, someone is controlling the camera, another person can control, do the actions and stuff. It's really, really weird as to why anyone would choose to play that way, unless you were trying to make like a really, really bad game. There it is. There's the Gary Oldman. He's on his hands and knees. This is what Chris would look like if he was in tiptoes.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's out soon. It's out February 11th. A lot of the games they announced, they're like, surprise, coming out in the next 2 weeks, so that's interesting. Valheim is getting a Switch 2 port. There you go. This doesn't have date, information. Maybe they just said 2026. Hollow Knight has a Switch 2 upgrade. The original, not Silksong. It's free as well, so anyone that already owns it on Switch can get the Switch 2 update, and it is out now. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They literally just launched Remake on Switch 2, but they've already confirmed that Rebirth is coming, and that is coming out on June 3rd. eFootball, which used to be known as Pro Evolution Soccer, this year's version, eFootball Kickoff, as it's known, is coming out in Q3. Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters. I think this is a manga / anime that's like one of those sports animes all about, and this one's all about soccer. So this is a sequel, I guess, to a Captain Tsubasa game they already made. Prefer your soccer with anime inspired action instead, then you can also prepare for Match Day with Captain Tsubasa 2 later this year on Switch and Switch 2. This also had the same like 80s anime style as well, so this is just in vogue, which is fine with me because I love that style a lot.
It's my favorite anime style.
That old school Gundam shit. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. This is an HD 2D game. Oh, my hand raised. This is an HD 2D game from Square Enix, but it is a real-time action game versus like turn-based or tactical or anything like that. And it takes place in different time periods, in different like almost like branching timelines. It seems like you're experiencing the same world, but in different, like, this is what it's like with humanity prospering. This is like when humanity is on the brink of collapse, all this stuff. There's a demo out that I think there's been a demo out for this game for a while, but it's coming out June 18th. A collection of Bomberman games launched on the eShop, and that those are available again. Super Bomberman 1 through 5. And apparently 3, 4, and 5 never even made it to the United States before. So there you go. Pragmata got a Switch 2 trailer. You can also download the demo that I played at that event. You can play that now. They showed off that Turok Origins game, which I think was teased at the Game Awards. But they showed it off for Switch 2. So this is a new Turok game. You a Turok fan, Tuna?
Nope.
They didn't call you Turok Tuna?
No.
The first one was cool, even though you couldn't see anything further than like 10 feet away.
I played the first one just off the cuff at like a pop-up where they had like old consoles and plugged into CRTs. It was like part of the set decoration essentially for this pop-up, but you could just play the games, and Turok was what was loaded. And I was like, oof, this is rough. Let's try and play. Bethesda announced a bunch of games. So Fallout 4 is coming to Switch 2 on February 24th with all of the DLC. It's the anniversary edition that they just launched. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle coming to Switch 2 on May 12th. And Fallout 4... Elder Scrolls 4...
Get this, Tom. Indiana Jones... completely on cartridge, not game key card.
Yes, this is just shy of the 60-something gig limit that is forcing many games to be key cards, which is sucks. But yes, Indiana Jones is actually on cartridge, which is cool.
Dude, I'm so glad I bought my terabyte flash card for my Switch 2 over the summer, because those
I wonder if
expensive.
they're probably very expensive now. Yeah, that's a good point. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remastered, also coming to Switch 2 and coming in 2020 later sometime this year. Another dinosaur game, Kyoto Xanadu. This one though is like a Metroidvania 2D side scroller. So what it was not a 2D dungeon crawling kind of game. But what's cool is that the boss fights were like a 3D action. So the perspective changes when you're going through a level. It's a 2D Metroidvania style thing, but then when you get to a boss, it becomes a 3D action game. Look pretty cool. Another kind of anime, JRPG aesthetic. And coming in Q3 of this year, Digimon Time Stranger, the game everyone enjoyed, coming July 10th to Switch 2. Monster
I heard
Hunter
that game was
Stories
long
3.
as fuck though. How do you know how
Time
long
Stranger?
that game was? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be long.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then they showed off some Resident Evil Requiem, and everyone was pointing out the fact that when Leon Kennedy was shooting zombies, he was missing his aiming. It's just something that you don't think about, but they always do the capture for these without showing a lot of gore. And that game is also going to get amiibo. They're not going to come in time for the game's launch on February 27th, but they'll be here Q3 of this year. So there we go. So that was the Nintendo Partner Direct.
Leon S. Kennedy seems like he should be in Smash Brothers.
You know what? That's shocking, honestly. That neither him or Chris Redfield are in Smash.
I think
crazy.
It must be an age rating thing, right? That's all I can think. It's it's an age rating thing.
Yeah, but
because we also don't have Scorpion.
But any of the Metal Gear Solid games, T for teen?
I bet they are. I bet they are. I bet the early ones are T for teen. I bet they weren't rated mature. I mean, I could be wrong, but I could totally see the original Metal Gears being.
Metal Gear Solid 1 was an M.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Metal Gear Solid 2 was M. Yeah, they've all been M rated.
I thought maybe they were cartoony.
They talk about
That's probably why,
fucking human trafficking and things like that.
Yeah.
But that's fine. We've decided that as a society it's fine. That's PG-13 for you. Okay, other things that have happened in the world of games. Valve has basically come out. They released an FAQ. Ostensibly, what Valve is saying in the FAQ, it's all about the new hardware that they've announced in November. And then, boom, immediately after that announcement, RAM prices shot up. Tuna, do you know that the RAM shortage is so bad that Samsung's own internal manufacturing arm that makes its screens, that does all of this, had to turn down an order from Samsung for the Galaxy phones because their internal manufacturing unit had made a deal to make shit for an AI data center and couldn't fulfill an order from its own company. That's how bad this PC component crisis has gone.
Yes.
And basically it's had ripple effect. It was RAM first, but then that obviously affected a bunch of different things because it's all the same stuff. And so SSDs are now affected as well. And obviously graphics cards have been fucked in price for a long time. So Valve has come out and they have said, look, we wanted by this time to have told you when this is available, and we wanted to tell you we thought we would have a price in mind by now, but we just cannot even picture what that could be. They said they still plan to launch in the first half of this year, which means they don't have long to figure this out. But they basically saying you're just gonna have to wait, and it's because it's all of this is becoming very expensive, and so however much you thought these things were gonna cost, it might be even more money than that. And we'll see if they.
And the reason is
the shortages and the.
Yeah, but why is there a shortage?
I literally just explained it to you. Are you joking?
Moving on.
He's baiting you because he wants to complain about AI, Tom.
Oh, is that what it was?
I mean, it's fine, but go ahead.
I mean, you go ahead.
No. We're a little AI. We're a little AI heavy in the.
We are. We bring it up every week.
Yeah.
So that's that. Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, the developer of those games, Guerrilla, has finally announced their kind of multiplayer Monster Hunter It's Survivor buff.
Oh, boy.
Multiplayer
Mhm.
game. It's
Mhm.
got a kind of cartoonish aesthetic. I think it looks pretty interesting. It definitely has a big vibes of Dauntless, which was this Monster Hunter game that they that was made, I think, in like the late 2010s, and it was out for like 5 or so years before it
Okay.
shut down. But they've announced that they've got a play test. If you want to check it out, you can sign up for a play test, and looks interesting if you're into those kinds of games. We might have fun with it as well because it is built around teams of 3, and hopefully it actually makes sense.
Is it free to play?
I don't think they've announced that.
Because if it's not, it's the next Dead on Arrival game service game for the year.
I don't think it's coming out this year as well. They said in the video, like, we're very early in development, but like we're at this point where we want player feedback, so that's why.
I gotta be honest, I don't dislike the aesthetic. It is that just very generic aesthetic that we're getting for everything now. You know, where everything looks like almost too clean. I don't dislike it, but it's missing kind of the charm that Horizon has, which is like the best thing Horizon has going for it is the visuals and like the design language of that game, and it's kind of been like sanitized by this art style. And actually, I actually think it's because that art style usually like makes things feel more colorful than like whatever the source material is, right? Whereas this feels like the reverse. Like the Horizon standard art style, I think looks better and more lively.
I think I prefer the Horizon style. I just don't. I'm not.
They're like, well, it doesn't look like a hero shooter enough, so we need to like.
Yeah, you know? I think it's definitely like an Overwatch look. It's also probably so that it can. The idea being, you know, it's on PC as well. There's crossplay. They obviously would need as big an audience as possible, especially because people aren't going to be able to upgrade their computers. They want to make sure they can build something that also runs on other consoles. But I do agree. I think like Horizon, not just because it is more realistic, like I think the designs of the dinosaurs specifically, like the sharp edges of that tech are really what gives it, I think, a unique feel. And everything here is very round. Which is kind of antithetical, I think, to some of the game's design. But we'll see. There's no release date announcement, no pricing. I have no idea if it'll be free to play. But it is a thing that is happening and has been in development for a very, very long time. Because we've been hearing about this for like at least 4 years at this point. And then last bit of news, Baldur's Gate 3 is getting an HBO series, and our headline is, and at least one person at Larian isn't happy. All those steamy campfire scenes are about to get a whole lot hotter. According to Deadline, Baldur's Gate 3 is getting an HBO series. The show will reportedly take place after the game's events and is set to further expand its already robust story. The Last of Us writer and director Craig Mazin is on board to create, write, produce, and showrun in what will be his second time adapting a critically acclaimed and seemingly universally beloved video game for television. Seemingly universally. Like, it's hard to find people that don't like it, but I'm sure that there are people there. Seemingly not attached to the series, however, is Baldur's Gate 3 developer Larian. Following the announcement, it was reported that Larian has no involvement in the series. One of the studio's developers took to X to write, "I'm about to crash out on main." While another user asked, how are they allowed to do this if you all don't give them the permission? Which I guess, yeah. I mean, it is Hasbro, I think, fully owns the rights to Baldur's Gate. So was Larian even notified? Who knows? But
why wouldn't they want to consult them anyway? I don't even understand that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they ultimately get consulted. I'm sure that this is early. I'm sure that they're like, we're going to get the next season of Last of Us done before this. So I wouldn't expect this for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think this is just an announcement that it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
There's a deal in place to make it happen. I don't think you see this for several more years. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I'm assuming that we're not going to see like it. We're not going to follow any of the characters from the game, because the game is very much there is no canon. You had some choose your own, who lives, who dies. So it would be bizarre. And I mean, you can obviously make a show that's set in that world, but doesn't use those characters. And just, has the main events, and loosely. It's interesting watching Fallout right now.
That's actually very much like how Foundation has been. It is not like really following the books, but it is taking like a lot of the major events and characters from the books, and it's like sort of recontextualizing them and making it into like a cohesive story, because otherwise that story just doesn't work at all.
I'm sure it doesn't. Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. I have interest in watching that. I haven't actually started it. I should.
Which one?
Fallout.
Oh, the Fallout TV show. Yes, it's very good.
Yeah, I should.
Very good.
Yeah, I started Star Trek Deep Space Nine this week for the first time instead.
Amazing choice.
Alex, you ever watch TNG?
No.
Next Generation? I feel like you would love it. I mean, for someone that laments missing old TV, like, man, the acting, the stories are great. TNG is where it's at. And I've heard for years and years, like, you should watch DS9. And I don't know.
Deep Space Nine?
Yeah, Deep Space Nine. And man, I finished the first season already. It's great. It's really good. I miss watching things with like people acting and like people on screen. Just like there's so many extras. Like you don't see extras like this anymore. It's great.
I mean, we watch we just watch Our Brothers Raymond at dinner time now.
Oh, nice. That is classic. Yeah,
decent show. Yeah,
that's classic.
The fun fact: the exterior shots of the houses are right down the street from where I live.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
So people must go by and take pictures.
I mean, I've never seen anybody go by and take pictures.
In the past,
but
not anymore.
Probably in the past. Yeah,
it's
he
not
says
like
he's
the Breaking
from
Bad house.
Right, the Breaking Bad house that was listed for $4 million and now was listed for $400,000.
Yeah, because everybody comes by and throws pizzas on the roof.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Actually, last bit of news. This is kind of a big one.
I've got some news, but yes.
Oh, okay. Very good. Overwatch is having a big overhaul, including the fact that it's no longer Overwatch 2. It is simply once again called Overwatch.
Tom, I promise you I didn't see this news, but when you said it's getting an overhaul, I was like, yeah, is it just Overwatch now instead of Overwatch 2? Because they never should have made Overwatch 2. I didn't expect you to actually say that it is just called Overwatch now.
So I'm reading this article here. This is written by Jessica Cogswell over at GameSpot. So actually, let's go to IGN's article because they condense it into like more bite-sized bits of information here. So yes, the Overwatch team caught a lot of flack when Overwatch 2 launched a few years ago and failed to deliver on many of its promises. It seems like Blizzard wants to win back fans with next week's update, as it has decided to turn back the clock and remove the 2, leaving only the name it started with back in 2016, Overwatch. It's getting complete UI refresh, a ton of new playable characters, and so much more as the once troubled hero shooter takes on a new chapter. So they basically announced a bunch of new heroes. They also announced, as teased by a surprise update last week, Overwatch is launching into a new annual story event called The Reign of Talon. The narrative arc will unfold throughout 2026, beginning with Season 1 on February 10th, which is the new season that's coming out. Director
Alex,
Aaron Keller.
Stage manager. The Reign of Talon. What game is that?
The Reign of what?
Okay, Tom, sorry, go on.
Talon?
I yeah,
Is it Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
Tom said it like 5 seconds before
I've never played one thing of Overwatch ever.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
you liked Rivals, so it's basically
You
Well,
would have liked
that, but a
Overwatch
first
better
person
because it's
shooter.
because it's
Yeah.
first person. You would have liked it better.
I mean, look, maybe we can check this shit out.
Is it free now?
It is.
Overwatch?
It is well, that's what Overwatch 2 was. It was a free to play release, so
Okay,
it
I
is
couldn't
free.
remember.
Yeah, so it is free. People seem positive about the changes that they're making, so maybe it is something we check out. So the narrative arc will unfold, and this was a big thing. Is like Overwatch, when that game first came out, it had all of those shorts. If you remember, it released them, but it was just like you had to watch them on YouTube. None of that was in the game. It had this incredible world and interesting characters.
Team Fortress 2 really set the mood for these games,
and it was just like, well, you've got this world, but there's no and you've got this cool story, but
yeah,
it doesn't, it's kind of like the same situation Highguard put out a fucking CG trailer today to kind of like explain some of his story, and I was like, great, none of this is relevant or explained in the game that I'm playing, so fuck that. So they're trying to bring some of that in. So they're saying director Aaron Kelly says the narrative will feature comics, animated hero trailers, and more, and everything is fully integrated into the game, so you can actually all engage with it in the game itself. Then, as the story reaches its end later this year, a new Season 1 will begin, a new chapter in 2027. A whopping 10 heroes will launch between now and the end of the year, promising to make Overwatch in 2026 the hero shooter's biggest year yet. So there we go. As Blizzard kicks off a new chapter for Overwatch, it's giving players an unprecedented 5 new playable characters to control. So it's going to launch with a bunch of new characters. Yeah. And so there's a bunch of new characters.
Tom raised his hand.
Tom raised his hand. He's been sent to the top of the class. I can't move my video. I can't move you out.
So there we go. So
it says that because you've got your hand raised, I cannot move you out of the way.
So maybe we check this out.
Yeah,
it's the OG. It is the
I'll
game
check it out.
that Rivals is inspired. It is
I
free to play.
I gotta clear up some space by deleting Highguard, so I can put Overwatch on there.
What's your news?
Deleted Borderlands
Chris?
as well.
Yeah.
Fantasy Critic.
You got so much space.
Fantasy Critic. Tom has 2 points on his board. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined for 15 points, got an 85. And Neo 3 currently has an 85.
Nice.
So those are the first 2 points
That's
on the board.
nice.
Congrats, Tom. Congrats.
Both by
85
Kushner
is
and
a
Co.
great average.
Great average. The Neo 3s are only just popping up because that doesn't actually release until tomorrow, but the Dragon Quest has quite a few out from what I can tell. And then coming up, the next ones are Mugenics and Resident Evil. Those are both by Tuna. Tuna's got quite the list this year. You've got a very strong list this year. I followed me. I've got by me. I've got replaced. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Speaking of fantasy leagues, so what I wanted to do was open the Survivor 50 League early this year, but they haven't actually launched it yet, so it's not available yet. So once it is open, I will post it in the Discord, so you can click on the link in the show notes and go to the Discord through that. And once it is open, it'll be in there for you to join. I'll also obviously say it on the podcast at that point. But I know we have more people that are probably going to play this season. People in the Discord would like to do a watch along for the premiere. I think if we do East Coast time, I could be down to do that. Just I have dodgeball at night. But if we can do it for the East Coast premiere, I know if we want to do that. Do we want to do
what,
like watch
live?
Along?
What?
Yeah, we could just do like a Discord call thing.
Oh, we could do that.
Live.
When is it?
The 25th?
26th, I think.
Oh, it's
25th.
this February. Oh, okay.
25th.
Shit. I didn't know it was this month. Okay, there you go.
Now, the other thing about it, and this is going to make this season's fantasy league very different, is I've got something for the winner this season.
Oh.
I'm going to order one. I haven't done it yet, but I got this made for my dodgeball league because I was gonna buy them, and then I was like, I don't actually want to give Paramount my like $30 for one of their buffs. So I got a custom one on Etsy. So I use this for dodgeball for my headband for dodgeball. So I'm gonna get an unranked Survivor headband. I'm thinking maybe we do Outplay, Outlast, Outranked. And we're gonna have the winner's gonna get an unranked themed Survivor headband like this.
Damn.
How I got this is my dodgeball one. This has like Outthrow, Outplay, Outlast, and it has like my dodgeball gem on it.
Okay, sure. That's awesome.
The other thing is that the previous seasons, the first episode, you're always just guessing, right? But for two reasons, that's very different this time. Not only do you actually know everyone going into episode 1, but they've also announced the tribes.
Oh, have they?
Yes, they have. Would you guys like to hear the tribes? Because I'll tell you right now, I know which one tribe I'm not picking, because one of these seems stacked compared to the others. Of course, as you always get with tribes of 3 for what, like one of these seems like the absolute loser tribe in my opinion, and I worry about that tribe. So on purple we have Colby, we have my god, his name is blanking for me, I'll come back to him. Kyle, who the winner, he's the winner on there's one winner in each tribe.
48.
Yeah, 48's Kyle.
Yeah,
we have Q, we have Rizzo,
oh wow,
Angelina, we have Aubrey, Genevieve, and Stephanie.
Genevieve.
I'll tell you right now, this is the nonsense tribe, right? Like, who's the best person at games here? Is it just Kyle? Is he the only one that's like actually? Because Colby was never actually great at challenges.
Genevieve
he didn't really
was
win
great.
them.
She just got too
she was pretty good. Yeah,
Genevieve was really good. She's one of those people that you're like, I want to see you on a better season of this show.
But I don't think of her as like I'm just looking at purple and I'm like, they're not going to win immunity challenge.
I mean, Q is there.
They've got Q. Rizzo is like one of the all-time worst.
Yeah, that is true. That is.
He's also like the worst person at puzzles. And he would go and look at everyone's puzzles and be like 6 pieces, and he couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Purple tribe, I think, is in trouble. But I agree though, Tom. Genevieve, like if I had to pick top 3 people from New Era and Old Era, Genevieve would be my top 3 from New Era that's playing in this season. Orange tribe is pretty legit. Orange tribe is Christian Hibiki, one of my all-time faves. Joe from 48, who is like definitely one of the all-time challenge beasts. Yeah. Ozzy, Rick Devins. First of all, 4 dudes that have all had incredible like Orange team is absolutely stacked. Sari, which is probably going to hurt them on the, but like not that much. Emily, love Emily, one of the
Emily from 45. Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
One of the biggest turnarounds in a season of all time.
Yeah, seriously. I'm excited to see her play again.
Jenna Lewis, who's from season 1. And Savannah, who's their winner, who's also a challenge beast.
I mean,
she won 4. Yeah,
beast, dude.
So like Orange tribe is like the physical tribe.
Almost kind of, if they had one more episode, would have probably won another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she didn't seem phased. By the challenges.
Yeah,
so,
I was surprised when she couldn't close the deal on that last one.
Yeah, I mean,
so Orange team is the like monster physical tribe, and then finally the Teal tribe, who is these are your like your strategy freaks. You've got Charlie, who is also great at challenges. He got Maria, one of the all-time villains in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, yes, that Charlie, yes,
yeah,
of the new era. Coach Jonathan, who was a challenge beast from the new era. Mike White, Chrissy, who was also, I think, like kind of a strategy person. D, Camilla, and Tiffany. So they're like,
that's pretty good.
So they definitely have like the social team, the physical team, and the strategy team. I worry that the social team is going to get wiped out early on. Like I might not put anyone from I might maybe put one just to like head my bet.
I think Kyle.
Yeah, like he's probably, but then again, I think anyone that's a winner is
Sure.
top of the chopping block on every team, right? Like he might be safe there because he's like one of the only physical people, but
from what I understand, like, yes, sometimes being a winner, if you're a winner and you come back for a season, like, there's definitely a target on your back, but it is also sometimes not. Also, sometimes those people that have come back have also made it pretty far. So it just depends on how you play the game, man.
I just think
outlast.
If I were playing, my first people would be like, get out the people that have won, but also like, do not let someone like Kyle or Joe or Ozzy or Rick or like, don't let the challenge beast make it to merge. You have to get them out before merge. You're never gonna win these immunity challenges otherwise. So the first episode.
It's a good season. I hope it's a good season.
And our drafts will be interesting this time.
At some point, Mr. Beast will show up. Billie Eilish will have a fucking thing.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon's there. Like, what the fuck? Couldn't even get. You got the worst of the late night hosts. Any of them really would have been annoying to include on a season of Survivor, but it had to be Fallon. I mean, I guess it's probably the same. No, it's not even the same parent company because he works for NBC.
I was just doing that math in my head. I'm like, wait, well, who's the?
Well, it's Colbert.
And now it's Colbert.
And he's on the way. So he's that kind of like, we're gonna axe you because
we're not.
Because we're a bunch of fucking freaks, man.
Yeah,
absolute freaks over there at CBS. Oh boy.
But yeah, so episode 1, it's not a shot in the dark this time. It actually it makes a big difference. And also like last season, Mitch Steve was running away with it and then ended up getting like 5th place. Those final couple episodes, like you should never bail on the league even halfway through, even 2/3 of the way through, because those scores, if you have the winner,
it out,
you shoot to the top of that list by the end of the season.
I have always struggled until like the last week or so, and then it's like, oh, there's third.
This is more fun though because we're also operating with more information from the start. So that is, I was always waiting, and like, okay, when's the merge? I need to repick.
How does that, like it's a double-sided coin.
It is a double-sided coin.
Aren't all coins double-sided?
Yeah, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what he means.
I guess.
You know what he means.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm opening Discord. Email at unrankedpodcast.com. Go to our Discord link, go to the show notes, questions for the pod, or you can call into 805-738-92. 805-738-92? Yes. Or 805-RETUNYA, RETUNYA.
Go to the Discord, leave your 10th anniversary notes, and write in a question for the pod. What do we got?
Yeah, it's just loading really slow for some reason. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Questions for the pod. Oh, Rogue Run in, explicitly not a question, but I'm going to read it anyway. This is not a question. It's a public service announcement and complaint for your billions of viewers. When I'm out with my kid and my wife. You want to comment how adorable my baby is. Because they all are. It's true.
Sure.
Do, all caps, by the way, do not touch my fucking kid after. So don't come over to me, tell me, oh, your kid's so baby, and then touch the child.
Pinch his cheeks and you're a stranger and all that.
I flipped down too many older women. I'm going to start wearing a shirt when I'm out with them that reads that exact statement.
Yeah, don't be touching people's kids.
Yeah, 100%. Don't. No kissing babies, no touching babies, no. You just look with your eyes, not with your hands. Don't even get too close. You don't need to. King Talistar, I'd like to know your favorite horror movie series. Since we're on the subject of horror indie games in the Discord, shameless plug reminder for the listeners. I asked for some game recommendations, and he was playing these bendy games. So he posted his links to them, which I don't think I'm going to play the bendy games because I don't think that's my kind of game. But it was interesting. I might pick up Sea of Stars though, which was recommended.
Horror series, as in like TV show?
I think they mean like by like film franchise, but you can go with whatever you'd like.
I like anything that's done by the guy who did The Haunting of Hill House, and then he
Oh,
also
okay.
did
Yeah, Haunting Hill House, great.
He's doing a Clayface movie.
Hmm.
He literally went to James Gunn and was like, I have a killer idea for a Clayface film. And James Gunn read the script and was like, I'm greenlighting this film. So
He also did
Final
another-
Destination films count as horror?
Yeah. Why not?
Because like this is tough, right? Because my favorite horror movie is The Ring. I don't care about the sequels, right? So like I wouldn't say that that's my favorite franchise because it's just like it's the one movie that I really like that it's my favorite horror film. I think it's like it's got everything you want. But like as a series, like I don't give two fucks about any of the other Rings that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the Final Destination movies. In fact, this last one they did was one of the best. Even
Never
the bad
seen
ones
one of them.
are entertaining.
I haven't seen them either.
I've never seen one.
I just remember
So
when I
fun.
was a kid and I would see the trailers. I was like, absolutely not.
They're so much fun, these movies. I mean, just the death contraptions themselves are always entertaining.
Yeah. The question is, what is our favorite horror film?
It says franchise, horror
Sure.
franchise.
I mean,
Or
I mentioned
series.
it obviously recently. Love the 28 Days Later film quadrilogy so far.
Sure.
Eventually a quintology. Or pentology, actually, because Quinn is Latin and
It's Joseph.
quad
He was
is
in
Greek.
Stranger Things. And now he's in Fantastic
So
Four
it's pentology.
and the Beatles.
Yes, that's true. Wait, Joseph Quinn. What's Joseph Quinn got to do with it?
Quinn.
Oh, sure. Right, Quinn.
Yeah.
Right.
Joseph Quintology.
But the movie, you know, the first thing that came to mind when you asked about this, and it isn't a franchise. No, I don't give a fuck about those.
I like that first one.
It's a single installment. Cabin in the Woods.
Oh,
really,
it's one of the best.
Oh,
Cabin in the Woods is so good.
It's so
Cabin
good.
in the Woods is excellent.
And it was this movie that, like, I went to go see it because I really rarely watched horror movies growing up, unless it was something like an Alien, which, like, I don't know. Movies that exist purely to give you a fright after fright. Like, I was not about them. And I went to Cabin in the Woods because a bunch of friends wanted to go, and I was curious because I thought, oh, this seems like an interesting, like, from what I could see of the trailer. And it completely kind of turned me around on the genre because of its whole, like, meta thing. So, like, I started really starting to enjoy horror movies after that, even though I was already been a big long time fan of, like, 28 Days Later. So I loved that movie. That movie came out, and I think, like, the first few years of it being out, I just watched it.
I saw that movie. So I had Movie Pass when it was first existed, when like a lot of people didn't know about it.
Too.
It was
like
a beta.
$10 a month, and
Dude,
you could just use it for any movie theater. You just used it like a credit card.
I used it even more than the AMC A-list thing, which cost more money. But dude, that was, I think it was like 2012 or 2013 when I had it.
I was in college.
Years.
Yeah, I was in college
then,
when it happened.
Then they made it expensive, and I said, "Fuck this!" And that's when everyone else got it.
They made it expensive. They reduced the amount of movies you could see.
Yep.
They made it work not as well because, again, it used to just be like a credit card almost.
Yes.
Like you could just use it at a movie theater.
Yep.
And you just pay $10 a month for it.
Yep.
They ruin everything.
And
all the time.
You could use it, like, I would just use it for you could buy 2 movie tickets with it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then obviously that model wasn't sustainable and they made it shit. And then didn't it, like, come back and it was like an NFT thing or something? Like, oh my God.
When it came out, I was living at my first apartment, and I could walk, like, I had a block away from me. I had a small, like, 2-screen theater. And so, like, I would just go every week and see, like, whatever new movie was in there. I had no idea what that movie was. So I went in completely blind. That was so fucking awesome to go see.
It's such
I was like,
yeah.
it's like, what is Chris Hemsworth doing here? It's like, what is this? What do I not know about? It's like, why is
And
Thor on the screen?
Yeah, what's really funny is that movie was shot
Like way before. Yeah.
Way before he was even Thor. Like they had it was like a project that had been obviously, Joss Whedon was attached to it, unfortunately. But Drew Goddard, not Drew Goddard. Drew Goddard. Yeah, which is the Jean-Luc Godard. Is that the French? Isn't that the French director's name? Anyway, Drew Goddard.
Jean-Luc Picard is from the Next Generation.
Picard. Who am I thinking of? It's like
Jean-Luc Godard.
Jean Godard.
Jean-Paul.
No, hang on.
Jean-Paul.
Jean Valjean?
No, it's Jean-Luc Godard.
Yeah, it is.
It's a French Swiss film director. Huh. His last name, you don't pronounce the ND. Drew Goddard, you do. And this is all coming back to me because literally, this movie came out while I was in film school watching Jean-Luc Godard movies. And I was like, oh, Drew Goddard. And I was like, no, it's Drew Goddard. It's Goddard. Anyway, Cabin in the Woods.
Riveting story. I'd like the movie rights to that, Tom. Thanks.
There you go.
There it is.
Finally, there's a voicemail, 805-738-8692.
Jesus fucking Christ. We have, lost it as a fucking society. The self-checkout is a failed fucking shit. If you're in the supermarket and you have the self-checkout, don't be bringing produce. Don't be bringing 50 items. The self-checkout should be for 10, 15 items that are scan only. No weighing, no bags, no bullshit. And Jesus Christ, have your payment method ready to go. And also, no cash. No one's waiting for you to put the fucking dollar bills in the fucking machine with your fucking coins and your fucking bullshit. Unfucking believable. You're holding up the line, asshole. Fuck it.
Tom,
yeah.
Well, this was a month ago. This was January 24th.
It was a month ago. It was 2 weeks ago.
When I saw the area code, right? And it just gives you the first couple words, and I just see Jesus F Christ. We have lost. I'm like, I'm not even gonna read any more of this transcript. I want to hear this live.
Was this all one person? Was this multiple people committing multiple different transgressions?
It was multiple people. You know what it was? It was the day before.
Was it one person with cash, one person with 50 items,
it was
one
the day
person?
Before. Right, shut up. It was the day before the big snow.
Yeah. That's why you were so exasperated.
Yeah, because I was walking out of the store too, really fucking. I had to park
I gotta
further
leave
away
now, otherwise
I had to park
snowed in.
I had to park further away from the store because there were so many fucking people there, and it was and it's not like the other lines. The lines to the regular, person, cashier, whatever checkout were not even that long. It's taking you longer to do this. It's taking you, the customer, longer to get on the self-checkout line and try to weigh all the items yourself. You don't know the number for cucumbers. The way that the people who work there, they know it. He knows the number.
Cucumbers.
No. The store code number, it's 6893. You know what I mean? That's how that works.
Yeah, I know certain ones like bananas and stuff.
That's how
I won't go
works.
to self-checkout with produce unless I have a clear and visible code that's easy to locate and scan.
But you can also just search for
you can.
No, but okay, here's the other problem. Some machines, okay, you cannot word search. You can't start typing the word. You have to. What happens is
you have to know the code.
It has the it has the alphabet on the bottom. Okay, it has the items A through B, C through D, E through G, and then you have to go searching through that. The other problem is if you think, right, it's, I have a red onion. Let me go to the R. No, you have to go to onion. You have to go to O and then look for R. It's just bullshit. The whole thing's fucking bullshit. And then nobody's bagging for you. So you're over, not only are you scanning, but you've scanned all these items. Now they're sitting on the scale, and now you're holding up the line because you got to bag it.
Let me tell you right now.
You're also not allowed to bag while you're buying because
Wait,
the
what?
scale needs to register.
Oh, right,
The
right. With the
scale needs to
self-checkout.
register
with
what the fuck
self-checkout.
is
Yeah.
there, so you can't bag.
Yeah.
So you're done doing your bullshit, and then you gotta bag it. And this fucking asshole that day, he fucking didn't have a cart. He didn't have bags. He started putting the stuff back in his little. It was an unbelievable fucking 10 minutes.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. I go to self-checkout with produce. But I'm fast. I'm fast at self-checkout.
I'm fast.
I'm fast at it.
I would love to Tuna be like in line and be like, who the fuck? Guy's
Yeah.
fucking taking forever, and it turns around as Chris with his cucumbers.
No, like I mean, dude, like if you want to race, like at the self-checkout line, like I'll win. Like if like we could pick the same items, we go through this, we can film it. Like I will smoke you. I will be faster than getting checked out by the person at the register.
No.
Yeah.
No, for 50 items, I get.
For 50 items, no, I'm not taking. First of all, I'm not taking more than 2 bags to self-checkout. But really, I try not to take more than 1 to self-checkout because the opening the bags is a nuisance and everything. Yeah.
No, but that's the problem.
We also don't have plastic bags here anymore.
No,
so
it should just be boop, 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 done. See ya. Right? That's it. Not like boop, and then the person puts the thing on the scale. How many did you buy? And then it has to, okay, please put your apples on the scale. Like, fuck off. Like, this is ridiculous. Just scan, and get the fuck out.
Sure. Recap us.
Yeah, so there was some baby talk, some adult talk. There was reviews of Borderlands that weren't so great from us. We're excited for Survivor coming out in 2 weeks.
You can win a buff.
Wait.
You can win a Survivor unranked buff if you play this season.
That's a good prize. I'm definitely going to play hard for that.
Yeah, I mean, you could just get one.
Oh yeah, I could do that too.
You don't need to win one, but for the listeners,
but the satisfaction of winning.
Well, they can stay unranked.
All right, fine. Listening only. Listeners only.
Suck it.
Thanks.